What's up, ladies and gents? Gatti Gaming here, back with another video. So today we're going to be going through our one and only Qingyi or Qingyi. I did not really expect to get the character. Obviously, this is to all the players who are basically thinking of doing this specific maneuver. Do not build pity. I had about like 60 pulls, and I decided, right, you know what, either way I'm going to lose the 50-50, right? So might as well kind of build the pity so when I can actually get the next character that I want, and then ended up getting Qingyi. Now obviously I don't have a weapon, so this is a completely free to play perspective. I only have her, I don't have any eidolons, so the only thing I've actually put on her is actually Ambi's W engine, unfortunately. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about obviously her skill kit, what I think of her personally now that I've gotten her on this account. And the reason why I think it's good that I've gotten her on this account is because I do have an Ellen Joe and I do have at least a Soldier 11, so I do have some really good DPS in the account to basically manage this account specifically. Now I don't have a Lycon, unfortunately, so I think this was a good, it's a good benefit from my end. So obviously my thoughts and my thoughts alone, obviously this is a disclaimer. My thoughts are my thoughts and your thoughts are your thoughts. If you feel like you want to get the character, feel free to get the character. If you don't want to get the character, well and good, that's up to you. Qingyi is basically an electrical stun unit. She's from the faction of Criminal Investigation Special Response Team, so that's a team like such as Young and so on and so forth. Obviously now we're going to be getting Seth as well in the next half of this batch specifically. As we move on to her skills, what she builds upon in terms of her general core skill enhancement is impact. So impact by 6, and then obviously attack, impact, and then obviously by 6. Her main gist is that she allows to increase the stun damage multiplier by 4%, stacking up to 20 times. So basically what it is that whereas Lycon sort of just gives a flat about like I think 200% on the damage multiplier, and then obviously just a bit more if you have a full team of ice or housekeeping teammates. What she does specifically is allow the increase that stun damage multiplier by like 200% once you finish off her final kind of basic attack move, but we'll explain that later. So obviously her basic attack, I'm not going to read it all out. I'm just going to give you my general thoughts of how I've been playing with her. So her general attack, basic attack, is that you obviously do your string of attacks, but then on the third hit you can basically tap your square button or attack button, and what she does is basically continuously like spam hit her electric like baton everywhere. And what that does is like increase a special gauge at the top left corner just below her gauge. And what that does is when you get it full, you can basically then hold your attack button, and then she releases like a 4-hit or 5-hit enhanced basic attack that increases the damage multiplier, which is basically the passive over here. In terms of her dodge, what she does is that when you dodge an attack, she basically deals electric damage, jumps up into the air, slams back down into the ground, heavy stun damage, heavy daze damage. Quick assist is more of a parry. So like I said before, there are different characters in the game, and each character kind of has a different assist. So there are some characters who are gun users who dodge and then do like an attack base after that, and then there are characters who parry the enemy and then follow up with an attack. So obviously for her, she parries the attack and then does obviously a lot of stun damage, electrical damage to the enemy. Now her skill, obviously with enough energy, she swings upwards, leaps into the air, turns around, and then obviously launches a series of attacks that follow up with electrical damage. When you hold the triangle button or skill button, she consumes more additional energy to increase the number of hits of the series of that attack specifically. And that's pretty much it. After executing the move, you can immediately follow up with a third basic attack. So what that means is that after you launch your skill, you can immediately go into like the spam action where she starts like spamming her baton everywhere. Alt obviously just deals a heavier amount of damage. When this hits an attack, the skill's damage increases by 3% for every stack of subjugation. What it does is that it just launches a lot of strikes over a large area, followed by like a finishing move which just deals electric damage. The main core passive for her specifically is the fact that what she does is that she increases the stun damage multiplier better than Lycon. Lycon is good. Lycon is very good. At every point in time, there's no way I can say that she's better than Lycon, but she is better than Lycon in this aspect of increasing the damage multiplier that you get, or rather that you inflict on the enemy, enabling a team or an attack character to deal more damage. Apart from that, I've put for in terms of equipment, I'm not really built her up as much, but irrespective, now this is where I actually wanted to talk about. She is able to deal so much damage unbuilt, and it's ridiculous for a starting character, by the way. So obviously for her equipment, what I've done is I've put the four piece shock star disco, or rather shock piece shock star disco, which basically increases impact by 6%, and then obviously basic attacks, dash attacks, and dodge counters inflict 20% more days to the main target. So majority, you really want to be able to dodge majority of the time when playing with Qingyi. Like, I feel like Qingyi is a very heavily invested on-field character. You need to have her on the field as much as the attacking character, whereas in most cases you want to parry and then switch, parry, switch, parry, switch. You basically want to dodge, hit, dodge, hit, dodge, hit. So there is some sort of knowledge of the enemy's attack pattern that you need specifically with Qingyi. So this is obviously the set I have. I've given a crit rate because she does deal a lot of damage in terms of general attack damage, and then I've given her this piece, which is the electric damage bonus, and then obviously impact. Now the reason why I have this piece is because I don't have a good impact piece on the electric damage bonus piece, which is the thunder metal. So this was actually the only one that I could get, which was also S rank as well. So then I give her like this, which had the electric damage bonus. In terms of the W engine, I was debating on giving her this too, but obviously because I have this, it has 2 stars, 2 dupes. It increases the electrical damage by 17.5% when the equipper hits an enemy with a dodge, counter, or assist. The energy regeneration rate increases by 20.5% for 8 seconds, which I think is very good because it allows me to basically spam her EX skill and her general skill as many times as possible. And that's pretty much it for her skills. I mean, the character is very well rounded in terms of stun damage. Now, is she better than Lycon? I don't think so. I think every stun character, even Ambi, I'll be honest with you, even Ambi, if there are videos out there that are showing the difference between stunning with Ambi, stunning with Qingyi, and stunning with Lycon, in terms of, so you have to look at it from 2 aspects. You have to look at it from 2 aspects. You're looking at it as how fast can Lycon, Ambi, or Qingyi stun a character, as opposed to how much utility does each of these characters give the team. Now, I feel Qingyi gives the team more utility to deal more damage as opposed to Lycon and Qingyi, but it can be taken in a different format as well. Qingyi gives us a better stun multiplier, whereas Lycon gives better ice damage increase for characters such as Ellen and Sukaku. So that's why majority of the best team right now, or rather before Qingyi and Zuyang, was Lycon, Elenjo, and Sukaku. Especially if you have a Sukaku at C6, it just makes the game way better. So in general, if you're looking at whether you should get Qingyi and if you have a Lycon, I don't think you should get Qingyi, because an Ambi and Lycon on your account is very good, irrespective, right? If you don't have a Lycon, I would say you can still manage with Ambi 100%, and if you have a good team lineup, you can still manage 100%. But Qingyi does add some value. I'm not saying she's not bad at all. This character is actually quite fun, and I do like her aspect. I do like what she does. I do like how I 100% just like how she plays as well. But I'll be very honest with you, you have to look at it from both perspectives. Lycon increases ice damage multipliers, or rather ice damage, right? And then what Qingyi does is increase the damage multiplier upon stunning an enemy, and that's pretty much it. So from here, I'm just gonna do some general gameplay to give you a view of how she actually plays. The best example is, let me see if I can put her here. So I'll give you, actually, you know what, I'll give you a good example. At the moment, we've been able to clear node 10, and we are at node 7 at the moment with this. So this is actually quite a good example of why I think she's actually very good. So enemy resistance. So this is going to be, let me show you why I feel she's good. So I'll go Qingyi, Ellen, and then Sukaku. And then I will go, what is the second team here? Fire. Okay. So I can go Qingyi, Sukaku, Ellen, and then I can go Soldier 11, Lucy, and Piper. So this is obviously in the event. So I'm gonna go obviously that and that. So this is the event you're facing a high level boss. So yeah, that's, as you can see, basically she's very good in terms of like majority of the stun multiplier, and that's pretty much it. I feel she's very good. She's a very good character. She's not bad at all. I would not say she's like a must pull. If you don't have if you have a Lycon, she's not a must pull. If you have, let's say, if you have a Coleda, she's not a must pull. Especially if you have any 5-star character who's a stun multiplier character or a stun damage dealer, such as Lycon, you do not need Qingyi at the moment. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. If you have any, obviously, comments or likes, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.